Hi, happy Saturday. It is So It's Saturday. And some bunny is going to do something really cute, pun intended. If you've seen all those bunny butts flying around that's in wreaths and things like that, they're all always white. And I don't want a white one. So I have made my own pattern this morning. And I'm going to be sewing my own bunny butt for a project that I'm going to have this coming up week, okay? So you'll want to stay tuned and see what I do with this butt. But there's going to be another thing I sew as well. So let's just get started, okay? Okay, so first you're going to need my pattern, okay? I will have this on my Facebook page in my Facebook group, which you are free to join. I know one specific, Miss Lisa, doesn't have Facebook, but I will get this to you in other means. I will try to upload it to my blog, and I'll put the link to my blog in the description box. But anyways, if you could, though, join my Facebook page, and you're free to interact and post whatever you want to post over there, as long as it's decent. I meant your projects, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, you can use one of these microfiber cloths. These come from the Dollar Tree. These would actually work great. They're a little bit, tricky to sew on, but they would work fantastic and look so cute. I'm going to use fleece. I might end up making a white one if I don't like how this looks on what I'm trying to do. But anyways, I'm going to use gray fleece, and I am going to use pink felt. Lord, I about lost my mind. And you're going to need glue to glue these on. So cut your pattern pieces out. I have cut mine out. That is not necessary if you know how to draw a small circle for the toes. But anyway, I put mine on hard. What this is comic book boards. People roll their fabrics on comic book boards. So that's what I have. And I just glued my pattern on, or you can actually glue your board, but the comic book board is not big enough. But if you use cardstock, you can. And just glue it down and then cut them out. So you are going to want, and you also want a pink inside to the ear if you choose to do that. I'm going to take my fleece, and I don't know where that came from. There's no telling with me. Let me move this to the side. And I'm going to cut my little pieces out. So you cut 2 of these. Oh, I told you that dot is going to be lost. You'll need 2 of these. So I am going to, this hopefully will show up. Let me see. I may have to use a black one. I can see it. I can see it, you may not, but I can. So I'm just going to trace my circle out, okay? And then I'm going to cut it out, and I'm going to do this with all of my pieces. I can see it. All right, so you're going to need 2 of these. You're going to need 4 of these. And you're going to need 4 of these, okay? And then we'll do this in a minute. I am going to take this, and I'm going to fold it over on itself again. Well, let me do it this way. So now I will have 4 that I'm cutting out, see? So I'm going to trace my ears and my feet and cut those out. And I'm going to do it just like I did this, except I got 4, so I'll be right back. Okay, I've got my pieces cut out, and I cut these out, both at the same time. Now, I had to get a bigger piece of this because I forgot about the ear. So you're going to take this, and I need 2 of these. So I'm going to fold my felt over, and this, since this wants to be a butt, I'm going to pin it so that it will lay flat for me while I cut it. Okay, so you're going to need 2 of these. Now when you do these feet, one's going to go one way and one's going to go the other, so they go in like this, okay? So the best way to cut these circles is to use curved nail scissors and just pinch your felt as you are cutting this around. Those are a whole lot better than those. So you don't have to necessarily have a pattern as long as you know how to cut a little bitty circle. And trust me, I done cut I don't know how many of these, and this is the best way. So you'll want a pair of these. I can't stress on them enough. Good pair of nail scissors. So I need 6 of these. There's 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'm done. Yay. Alright. Now, like I said, if you want to pin this, you can. But I'm not going to. I can hold it together. And we're going to go over here and sew it. We're going to leave a spot open here. We're going to leave this open. Then we're going to leave a spot open here for turning. Okay? So let's go to the machine and do that. Okay, so I have my needle all the way over to the right. And I'm going to run my fabric across the edge of my presser foot. Okay, now you'll want to start up some. And I'm just using white thread. And we're going to go all the way around. And then we're going to stop and leave a space. Okay? Back stitch. And then go. I have a tendency to go wide open, so I can turn my machine down, thank goodness. Now back stitch when you stop. And you're going to do the same thing on all of them. Okay, but your ear, you're going to start at one bottom. Okay, stitch, back stitch, go all the way around your ear. When you get to the top, leave your needle in. Make sure you go all the way to the top. And pivot. And then go all the way back down your other side, holding it tight if you don't pin it, okay? Okay, now you want to flip your pieces inside out. Make sure if you use fleece or felt or whatever that you're not pulling because it does stretch just a little bit. Now you're going to need a poking tool. I'm going to need this one for one thing, but this one might work, but make sure when you use these that you don't poke it all the way through. I may end up getting the plastic ones. These came from the Dollar Tree. So I may get the plastic ones. See how that ear is curved? It is so stinking cute. Okay. I thought, man, that's a little ear, but that's the foot. I'll be all right one day. But turn all of your pieces the right side, okay? Some of them, you know, the foot may be a little tedious, but just flip all your little pieces out, all right? Now, before I stuff these, I want them flat to glue my doodads on, okay? So set your ears the way they need to go, and your feet the way they need to go, okay? So you want your feet will be this way. You see what I'm doing. You see what I'm doing. Now for the ears, I'm going to take this, and I didn't have a pattern, so I'm going to just cut a little piece of felt, and this is going to work. See? Because I told you. Okay, you can pretty much judge that. Okay, let me put that one that way. All right, so I have got my fabric hot glue right here. You can use just regular hot glue. You can use fabric tack if you can handle holding it that long. These, as you can see, one is curved this way. Oh, and you'll want that down here. And this one down here. Okay? Alright. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take our fabric glue. And we're going to put a little fabric glue on the outside of this. And then we are carefully going to place it down and smush it. Make sure you smush it. Okay? On this one, I'm going to do this a little different. I'm going to do half and half. Might make it easier to hold it. Smush that half. Oh yeah, whole lot easier. Work smarter, not harder. That's what my daughter says. That's my daughter Lexi. Work smarter, not harder. Y'all want to know why she said that? I'm going to tell you. This is funny. This is how my kid works. Okay. She decided that she was going to scrub our kitchen floor and the baseboards. And I went to the store, I think. I don't know. Anyways, when I come in, oh, I forgot my toes. When I came in, she had a rolly chair. She had a rolly chair, and she had a scrub brush with her foot in the handle and a spray bottle. And she was spraying and taking her foot and scrubbing. And then she'd roll down, spray, and scrub. And I said, what in the world are you doing? And that's when she work smarter, not harder. And I just laughed. Her ingenuity tickled me sometimes, I'll tell you. She got the job done, though, I'll tell you that right now. So anyways, you're just going to put one down, one up. Try not to get glue everywhere, because, you know, that seems to be what I'm doing. But anyway, and then put the smallest little one down here. I just think that's the way I should do it, because I cut 3 different sizes, like something silly. There's your little feet. They're so stinking cute. Well, once you get these all glued down, all you got to do is grab your stuffing, which my choice of stuffing is a pillow, and then stuff all these, okay? Don't stuff them real, but stuff them firm, and then I'll show you what to do when we get done stuffing. Now, when you stuff your ear, or any point for that matter, anything that has points, this is a tip, take a little bit at a time and stick it down in the point. If you have to, use something to shove it up in there, because if you don't, you'll stuff your whatever and you'll have an empty hollow part right there. And also on these tails, tails, good Lord, on these ears, whatever part it is, don't stuff them real firm. Now you want your butt thick and firm and round, okay? Just saying. Bunny butt right there. It might be lopsided, but we'll fix that in a minute. But you want your ears and your feet not so full, okay? So you can sew these, but it's easier to take fabric glue or hot glue, whatever. Put some down in there. Smush it together, okay? Just smush it. That makes a perfect seam. Now, if you ain't going to be wearing it or nothing and it's just a craft, this is the way to go. Just saying. Just make sure you get it down in there and not all on the outside. That's why I got a very fine detailed tip glue gun. Surebonder. Love them. Love them. There's your little feet. Okay, now seal up your butt. Do the same with this one. Make sure that your stuffing is all down in there. And you don't want to shove it down in. That's why I'm showing you this. You don't want to shove it down in there, because if you do, then you're going to have a dip in your circle. Trying to find other words to sound appropriate, y'all. I have issues. I'm going to put my glue down in there. And then I'm going to pull it. Oh, no, 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 no. I got to push it down in a little bit. Okay, that's good. Now you can shape your round derriere. That looks good to me. Okay, for the ears, we're going to take 2 shish kebab sticks. That's so hard for me to say. We are going to poke them up in the ear. Poke them all the way to the top. And then we are going to glue it down. Or shut. Glue it shut. Aha. Do that to both ears. Just poke the pokey part in. Don't poke it through your ear, though. And then make sure your stick's in the middle, too. And then just add some glue and seal her shut. I got glue on my fingernail and everywhere. Make sure your stick is glued in there, okay? All right, now, we're going to take these and we are going to glue them to the butt. Oh, wait. Yeah, they go like this. My bad. Almost glued mine upside down. Oh, it's cute. Now, I'm a little over the top. So, I got some pom-poms from Hobby Lobby. Big pom-poms. And I'm going to take one out. And when you get these, you want to fluff them in your hand. by just cupping your hand and rolling it back and forth because they're smushed. So this will fluff up your pom-pom if you can keep a hold to it. Okay. Now, oh, it's pretty, ain't it pretty? I'm just going to pop that right there, or you could put it up here. I'm going to put it more toward up here because I just think it looks better up there. Oh, how cute is this thing? Oh my gosh, it is so adorable. I love it. It's so cute. There's my bunny butt, and then there's the ears. Oh, I can't wait to use this in the DIY. Okay, that's that one. That's that. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to make something else that we're going to need, okay? We have options for what kind of carrots that you want to do, okay? There are, you know, not that one. That don't belong there. Primitive carrots. I made some of these last year. I'm not sure if I glued them or sewed them, but I am sewing these because sewing them looks a lot better. So, plus it's Saturday, so I'm going to sew them. But this is primitive ones, okay? And that's pretty much what I think I'm going to do. But I'm also going to do some beautiful little pastels, because what is Easter without pastels? This one goes with this one, I think. I'm not sure. But what is Easter without pastels? I mean, come on, y'all. So I'm probably going to do both. But for this one, I'm doing the little rustic because I used a gray bunny. If I choose to do a white bunny, then I'm going to do the pastels. But, okay, let me just show you. So, what you want to do, now, take this, and if you want to draw it out, you can. This is just as easy to pin. Just put your pin there. I always put one going down in the middle. And then you just cut this out. And these are so simple, y'all. I mean, seriously, so simple. And they are so cute. I don't know which ones I like better, the rustics or the pastels. Huh. But anyway, now you have this. Take this. You can glue these if you want to, but it just, when I glued them and I flipped them inside out, you could see the glue, and I really didn't care for that. So all you're going to do is you're going to start here and leave your machine all the way to the right, like I always sew when I sew things like this. And you're just going to start here, back stitch, go all the way down, and then back stitch at the bottom. And the bottom's kind of hard, so you may have to curve off. I just let mine go and sew itself. But leave this part open, okay? Leave this open. I'm going to go to my machine, and I'm going to sew this down. I'll be right back. Now you'll want to take this after it's sewn and see at the end. I told you you'll have to, I don't know if you could see, but you curl around. Like, you can hold it with tweezers if you want to feed it under there. Make sure you don't get your tweezers under there because it'll break your needle and mess up your machine. So I just stick my thumb in and then pull it around my finger. Easy peasy. And then take my whatever. I get these in, if you buy a bag of name brand polyfill, normally they have one of these in there. And if you save it, you never have to buy that bag of polyfill again. You just buy your pillows, which is a lot cheaper, and you get more. But anyway, you're going to take your stuffing, and this is very important to get just a tiny amount. And the wooden one actually does better at pushing this in, because the wood actually grabs hold to it. So squeeze and push. Make sure you're pushing that down in your point, or this will not have any stuffing in it. Now, get you another small amount and do the same thing, and keep using small amounts until you build up to the top, and then you can just whip it in, you know, or throw it in, or whatever you want to call it. I don't care what you call it. You kind of want these really firm. So now I got it in there, and I'm just going to start pushing. Or start stuffing. Or what? Ouch. Whatever. Start punching myself. That's what I'm going to do. Now at this point, you can just use your finger and your thumb. And these are easy to stuff. No problem at all. Okay. You want to leave a little space at the top. Alright. Now I'm going to show you something. In a minute. Push it down in there. You don't want a big top. I don't want a big top. I don't want a whole lot of fabric at the, top of my thing. Okay, so now I take my string, which is my dental floss, of course. You can use button thread or whatever. I go in the seam, alright? Catch the seam. And then I'm just going to go and do a running stitch. Don't pull it tight yet, okay? Because we got to stick something down in there. Okay, so I want to show you, okay? If I'm going to, when I do my pastels, I want these. I got this at the Dollar Tree, and it's just called foliage, okay? It's foliage, y'all. Foliage. But they came from the Dollar Tree. So I'm just going to pick some of these, not real big, just a couple, maybe one or two, and stick down in there, okay? But on these rustic ones, I'm going to take this green burlap from the Dollar Tree, and I just made this. This has all of my burlap, or twine, whatever you want to call it. Jute. It's jute twine. I knew I'd get it in a minute. All my jute twine's in here, different sizes, and I just drilled holes in the lid of this box and put it in there. So I'm going to take my thumb. I'm going to take my 4 fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know why I do 6. I just want to do 6. Okay. Now you're going to take your scissors, and you don't want to use your sewing scissors to do this, y'all. Please don't use your sewing scissors. Okay. I'm going to take a rubber band. I get these at the Dollar Tree. You can use the colored ones. You can get them at Walmart. You can get them anywhere. Hobby Lobby even has them, or they did, in their rubber band, where they do bracelets and things like that. So I'm using a clear one. You can't see it, but it's here. So I'm just going to take it, and I'm going to run it around to secure this tight. And I'm not cutting this yet. I'll cut it in a minute. Okay, now you're going to take this. And actually, I'm not doing that. Ooh, doggy. I'm going to put glue in here. Okay? Just sticking a little glue in there. Make sure you don't get it on your fabric. Push your stem in there. Hold it and then pull tight. Okay? Now, at this point, you can tie it off or you can run it around a couple times. Pull tight. That's why I love this floss. I hope y'all were seeing that and I wasn't out of frame. I have a bad problem with that. But anyway, then run it through your floss or your string or whatever you got and just tie it off. And I tie mine off 3 times normally because 3rd time's charm, right? 3rd time's charm. So I just tie it off 3 times. Okay, that one didn't work. All right. Now you got your little carrot. You can squish it around, form it up, push it down in there, whatever you want to do. Aren't those the cutest little things? Now you just take your scissors and then you have your tops. Them are so stinking cute. Now if you did these, then it would look, like this. It would have these on there. But these are so darling. So I'm going to make a few of these for next week's DIYs. I just want to tell you that if you are going to make a bunch of these, which I'm going to take this and I'm going to get my string and I'm going to cut out several of these. You don't have to pin them if you can hold them or clip them, either one. And you just take your little fabric triangles over to the sewing machine and just sew all of them. You could just sit there and sew several at one time, and it does not take long to get these done. So get you a little assembly line going there and have fun.
What's going on?
It's recording you now.
How?
Because I pushed the button. See the red thing on?
Yeah.
Well, are you done with that one?
Oh.
I got my grandson helping me, y'all. He ain't been here helping me in a long time. Not on YouTube, have you?
Yes, I have a couple times.
A couple times?
Yeah.
Don't hit the table. The microphone's on the table.
Okay. Hey, it's recording me.
Good job, buddy. Here.
Oh my God, I'm gonna put this whole big sign in now.
You are?
And I'm gonna sew it wide in now.
Yeah?
Like an elephant.
Like an elephant?
No, it's like, it's like sewing an elephant's nose in his mouth.
Oh. Well, are you going to tell the YouTube world hi and bye?
Yeah. Hi.
Bye.
Bye.
Here are my bunny butts. I did a kind of country one and then a pastel one. And the one was done with the one you saw me on camera. There's my, little country carrots. There are the ones with the fake foliage, as it was called. And they are so cute. That's what they all look like. And then on this bunny, I used pom-poms on its feet. I cut one pom-pom in half, and you have to hold on to it to do the top of the foot, and then you just put smaller pom-poms there. And then I just put fabric in the ears. But this is made from the little cloth from the Dollar Tree. So there they are. Well, I hope you like those DIYs. I cannot wait to make my final projects next week. I am so excited about it, but they are so stinking cute. And if you like them, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, because you never know what I'm going to do around here. Seriously, okay? And ring that bell so you won't miss any of my content. And I would like to tell you that you are a blessing. You're a blessing to me for sure. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.